Surprise.
Yes, Maria.
How are you?
I'm doing absolutely good.
By the way, I have a story.
Bring it on. We just can't wait to have this conversation.
There was a time
Yes.
I was not doing okay.
Uh-huh.
My health was not okay. At work, I was not okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going through a lot of stress,
Mhm.
and I think I was also depressed and I didn't know.
Yeah.
So because of that, when you're working in African weekends, you guys go drinking and everything. So I thought it was just a normal
thing.
a normal thing.
Uh-huh.
Little did I know I was depressed.
Uh-huh.
So because of that, and it was around July, August. It was also a cold season.
Yes.
So unajua kidogo you have homa kidogo, pneumonia, and one thing with our health is
Yes.
when you are stressed, the body also fails to fight these diseases.
It also gets depressed.
Yeah, the body also gets depressed and it fails.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this particular day, I just blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
And remember I told you that month I was not reporting to work as
You've been in, out,
I've been
out.
in and out. And
Yes.
my boss was understanding. But it also reaches a point where they are like, Connie, what's wrong with this girl?
It's possible.
Yeah. So that day, I failed to understand. I just blacked out and I was rushed to the hospital.
Yes.
After some hours, I woke up
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking to the doc. The doc is telling me, how are you feeling?
Yes.
You have been rushed to the hospital.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, you're not going back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Doc, what's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
So the doctor is telling me, you're not doing okay. You need to be on bed rest. You need to take 7 days.
Because of body exhaustion.
Yeah, total rest.
Mm-hmm.
Total rest. And I'm thinking, as the doctor is talking to me, I'm just there thinking, what am I going to tell my boss?
Yes.
The whole month I've not been reporting to work. I've been absconding duty.
Mm-hmm.
Now the doctor is telling me again, 7 days of rest.
Mm-hmm.
What will happen? Now, I tried talking to the doctor, telling the doctor, can't you just give me medicine? Maybe I just take a day off as I'm on medication. Maybe if you need me to be taking injections, maybe I can be going to work and come. The doctor said, no, I can't do that. I'll be putting you on risk. If something happens to you, what will happen? You guys are going to come to this hospital and they will ask which doctor attended to you. So I'm just trying to explain to him, this month I've not been going to work, how am I going to talk to my boss and explain? So the doc is like, wait a minute. Are you more concerned about your job or your health? Because if you lose that job today, you're going to get another one. But if you lose your life today, what will happen?
There's no replacement.
There is no replacement. So it really hit me hard. So I sent my boss a text. I told my boss, the doctor is saying, I'll be admitted. I can't report to work tomorrow. After some minutes, my boss reads the text and responds. My boss tells me, if you don't come, she tells me, she was she.
Yes.
She tells me, if you won't come to work tomorrow, don't bother coming. Don't bother coming. And I'm just left there, not knowing what to do.
So what happened?
Guys, and that brings us to our conversation today.
No. Me, I just want to know first. Do you get fired?
That is a story for another day.
I hope we'll cover it in our conversation.
We sure will. We sure will. Guys, welcome to Conversation 254. It's me, your host, Maria Atieno, together with the amazing
Sir Brian Nyambati.
Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, we need your support. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. So, Sir Brian,
Yes.
have you ever been employed before?
To be honest, I've never been employed in my life, and I'll never be employed unless I'm given a contract of some few months.
Why? Why, if I may ask why?
Okay, number one, I hated employment since I was in high school. Reason being, I'll be honest, I know my teachers will watch. My teachers, my high school teachers, I know you watch these shows. And I'll be honest, you're my reason. You're the people who motivated me to be who I am today. Reason being, me used to see careers like teaching as the best of the best. And I'll be brutally honest with you. I loved my teachers. I used to save my pocket money with my teachers all the time. Until it reached a point when I go to my teachers and tell them, hey, it is now end of the term. I need that money, we are going home. And then the teacher is like, okay, I'll give you when you reach home, I'll send you some. It happened like twice, and then you start learning. So there's always pressure. In some of these careers, there's no money but a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
And the dedication that is there, waking up very early in the morning, you're on duty, running with stubborn kids here and there. I used to be a secretary in high school, and I felt that bit of pressure, like the teachers, those duties, responsibilities that people are given. So to be honest, I didn't want to be employed because I didn't want to be told what to do. I wanted to tell people what to do.
I know. And but I was going to ask you, now that you are an employer, as you just said, you didn't like to be told what to do.
Yes.
You like telling people what to do. What's your opinion on career pressure as a boss now?
As a boss. Sometimes I usually put myself in that situation. Mm-hmm. Me usually say the best boss is the person who can become an employee. Mm-hmm. I've never been employed, but I've humbled myself sometimes to work under people for no pay. I don't pay me, so it can give me a lot of pressure. So I've worked for clients, and most of the time, I usually subject myself as an employee to some of these clients I work for, offering the service that I give them. And sometimes there is that pressure you get.
Yes.
And you have your personal issues. You have your personal issues, maybe from home, maybe there's just a lot that's going on in your life. But you see, your boss, now let me say, yes, I'm a boss, I know. But I have bosses. My clients are my boss.
Your bosses, of course.
If I fail them, I don't
You
eat.
go home.
I go home.
You go home.
You get that?
Yes.
So at the end of the day, that pressure comes in a handy because you have agreed on some deliverables. And if your client feels like you're not delivering, it feels the value is going to pay for that money, you're not reaching it.
Yes.
And there's that pinch of using the money.
Yes.
The same thing happens in employment. We have employed people. And I hate calling somebody or summoning somebody telling them, this month you have not worked. I hate calling someone and giving them a warning letter and telling them, penye imefika now, it's getting too much. You get that?
Yes.
But sometimes, I say it reaches a point you have to plan yourself well. Because in employment, I'll tell you, there are various things that I tried to do when I was running my company back then when we were still in West Lancet. There's some things which I will talk about that I try to employ so that I can make sure that my employees are well taken care of, because there are many major things when an employee has food. When an employee is well taken care of and listen to, sometimes that's why we have the human resource department.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, so for me, career pressure to me, it is not only to the employees, even to those people who are making a decision to advance in life, like they're moving from one career to the next.
Yes.
Pressure is everywhere. So
Pressure
I can't say it
everywhere.
is. Yeah.
And by the way, to be honest, I think there is a good pressure and bad pressure.
Yes.
There is that
Yes.
kind of pressure
Yes.
that you get, you can't even deliver.
Yes, it's true.
But for me, as an employee, just as I was an employee before,
Yes.
my view is If you are a boss and
Yes.
you feel like maybe work is not done the way you want,
Yes.
you don't be harsh on an employee. I know sometimes the pressure is too much. There are bills to be paid. I know because you are.
Let's be logical sometimes, okay? I know. You know, I love my work. I love my stuff.
Yes.
But let's be logical. You're in that shoes, my dear, and you understand when the landlord is knocking on your door. Okay, in that month you've not made any sales. Yeah. I know they usually say when you get that pressure, try as much as you can. You know, me when I come to the staff, I not bring the pressure of the landlord, but I bring the pressure of this month you've done nothing.
But can I ask you one thing?
Yeah, please.
So, which I don't know how to ask you this question.
Yes.
Would you rather give your employees pressure, good pressure, as in talk to them, make them understand what they are supposed to do?
Yes.
Or would you rather just be harsh on them, give them pressure in that they can't even think, they can't even perform?
Number one, I don't employ somebody who doesn't have a dream and a purpose in life, because I know if you have something that is pushing you, that is enough pressure. So me, I don't push you with work pressure. I push you with your own pressure. If you don't achieve this, you understand that you have your own pressures you need to. So I'll motivate you. And,
yeah, that is the word, motivate.
Yes.
Motivate. That is what I was looking for. Yes, motivate.
Inspiration.
Inspire.
Yeah.
Because when you inspire, I'm telling you, just as I was an employee,
Yes.
when you inspire someone, you know, this person will have the motivation to work.
Yeah.
This person will be looking forward each and every day to go to work and work. But you see, when it's the other way around, this employee will not even want to see the next day, because they will be like, when it's in the morning, they will be like, not again.
You know, I love the way you used to correct, because my former staff, I know we are not together today because of 1 or 2, 3 reasons, but they know very well. They know we built a culture. We used to have a Friday. The moment it clocks 11 on Friday, no work, no nothing. We used to probably, I know some companies have this kind of culture too, which is a good thing. We used to buy maybe some crates of soda or juice, biscuit, mandazi, cakes, and we celebrate in the office. If somebody has had a birthday that week, they knew, as long as the bosses are aware, as long as even a team member is aware, they were going to get a celebration. And that culture, we were just cultivating it because Friday was just meant for our staff, including us, to relive, to share, talk about our hardships, talk about how the clients quoted us. I know, we used to sit down and start laughing, and then you see, you're bonding with your staff. I know sometimes they say the bosses, you should not come too close with the juniors, but for us, it was the other way around. Me, I could get there and then we could just joke, and we maybe went to see a client with one of my staff, and they're like, you know, see, the other day you panicked when you asked that question. And I'm like, I'm happy you noticed that. We received 3 hot questions and you expected me not to panic. But that doesn't mean we didn't deliver. You see, that kind of culture that we had is what bonded us as a team. But you understand, with business, there's so many things that happens. Whatever happened. I believe I shared my story previously in the Trusted Talk Show. But I believe some of those career pressures that we get just come from the work environment. And maybe that can lead us now probably to see what are some of the causes of this career pressure. And I've highlighted one of them. This pressure can be coming from the bosses, or business pressure. A business in general can be having its own downs and ups. And in this case, that pressure is brought down to the employees because sales are needed in the company. The company needs to make profits. And you realize when that little pressure is now put on the employees, trust you will feel the weight. You will feel the weight. I've seen that happen because it happened to me, and sometimes you pass that pressure to the employee, which is not supposed to happen. Yes.
And I'm also going to talk about one of the courses.
Yes.
This is not in regards to maybe employment.
Yes.
Or business.
Mm-hmm.
Career pressure in terms of the young people who are out of school.
Yes.
As you know very well, the society expects you to be someone.
Yeah, lazima plus.
Yes.
The big boy in
your
the city.
Your dad wants to see somewhere.
No parent doesn't want their kids to be at the top.
Yeah, and I feel like people or rather kids, or what should I call them?
Yeah.
Young adults. When they are out of school, as maybe someone wants to do something, but because of the way our parents want to look at us. Unajua vizuri you're good in what can I say? You're good in art.
Yes.
But you see your father or your parents or rather your teachers or the society wants you to be a doctor.
So you realize people end up taking careers which they didn't want.
Yes.
But because they wanted to please their parents or they were told they have limited options, so they just find themselves in fields which they had no passion, they had nothing to like. It just came because of the grades.
Yeah. And you see, this is a very big challenge.
Very big challenge.
It is a big challenge because this person, when it comes to a time that this person is employed, this person will not perform the way he or she
should. They will not perform.
Because this is not something they wanted.
The only drive there is money. Of course, money is a motivation.
Money is a motivation.
It needs also some acceleration too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So maybe we can talk about some of the solutions to some of these problems.
Solutions? I believe the number one that they usually say is education. Companies should invest more on getting educators to at least help employees understand what they are doing, bond in with the company culture, with the company services, with the company structure. And I believe also it is not just about the employees all the way from board. Yeah, they should always be trained on how that relate with the employees and the employees. There's that workship or work relationship that should exist between employers and employees. And
just to add on whatever you're saying, I would just like to say the employer should let the HR office work the way they should. That is a very powerful office.
I can tell you most companies are collapsing because of the HR department. People are there because of the paycheck. The human resource department is a mental hospital.
It is.
It is a therapy room.
It is.
And that is the department that can make sure that the company is performing. All the way from the bosses. The boss never come to the HR department. From the directors, they should come to the HR for therapy sessions, for guidance, to relieve. That is the place because that is part of you. And I know maybe someday they will see that sense.
They really have to. Because you see some of these companies, they just see the HR offices, just an office where people meet.
Yes.
That is it. They don't let the office exercise their power. So that is a very good, by the way, that is a very good solution to that problem. I don't think I have any other thing to say.
I wish we had more time.
Yeah. Time is
I wish we had more time, but time is not on our side. Guys, for that short, if you need anything in extra, we will always discuss. If you feel you want us to talk more, you always tell us. Repeat on career pressure. That story was so good. But we will reach there as the end of our discussion for today. I don't know. What's your closing remarks?
My closing remarks today is in the employment sector.
Yes.
In the workplace, at the workplace, sorry, there should be that good relationship between the bosses and the workers in order for both the employers and the employees to perform at their level.
It's true. It's true.
There should be that conducive environment for both the employers and the employees.
Yes.
That is my closing.
Thank you. And what do we tell our viewers for today? Please, they should do what? They should subscribe. Share the conversation to as many people as possible. And let's meet again for our, I think, the third episode. Yeah, this is the second.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this conversation up to here where it is. And please remember to subscribe.
Subscribe.
See you in our next episode. Bye-bye.